Yo, man, I know it's been a while since I made a little video, but I really don't be knowing what to talk about. I will eventually figure stuff out on like ways to come up with ideas better. I have a bunch of ideas written down for videos, but I don't like follow through cuz like when I have a good idea, I don't want to record. But when I want to record, I cannot find a good idea. And I have a good amount listed in my notes app, like some weird stuff. But anyway, let me tell you guys about one of the best things that can happen when you're in school, right? A power outage, right? When was this? Wednesday, right? I've seen the news, North Carolina be having all that severe weather and stuff. At my school, um, the fire alarm is already fucking like, warned to shit. So obviously it's not even gonna like already know like the power grid and stuff is gonna be all over the place. They can't even have a good working intercom. They can't even have a good working um fire alarm. Now, let me tell you guys something. My old school had a bell, had a digital bell. At this school, the one I'm going to right now, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying, it's like it's like a Disney Channel, like High School Musical, like a metal thing with like another metal stick that rings it like this. It goes like that. It's like that type of bell. It's one of them ghetto old school rinky dink bells. Man, it's one of those bells, right? But it's not like a physical one. It's like in the intercom. It's something weird. I don't know how it works, but there you go. But yeah, so the school's technology be having some technical difficulties all the time. So I almost knew that this was gonna happen. So it's 8:30. Class started, and it is windy as a bitch outside, right? And it's about to start raining in literally minutes, right? And I told my friend in that class, I hope the power goes out in the school. Because if the power goes out, basically school is canceled. School's canceled, but you're still in school. And obviously they're not going to dismiss you because why would they want to make you go? Why would they dismiss the bus drivers, right? Why would they be like, "Yeah, you got to come back." You know damn well my bus driver is not going to be there. Or the person next to me's bus driver ain't going to be there cuz they already went home to go to bed, you know. Like, and that has to be all the schools in the county have to get approved for that. It can't just be us. Anyway, um, so yeah, class started. Outside, it's storming. Wind is picking up. It's like getting all dark and shit. And 9:30, 9:14, I think 9:30, 9:30. Boom, power goes out. I literally predicted that shit. I made a video saying that I be jinxing almost everything I say. I jinx that so hard. And my sister's school is right next to mine, and I tell her, the power go out. Yeah, it went out. It's dark. The thing about if the power goes out in school, it's also hilarious. Because regardless of how mature and how high up school, bitch, it doesn't even matter if you're in college. The whole hallway is screaming like, they were witnessing a murder or some shit. Like, screaming. We just hear screaming. And yo, I was like, yes, it actually went out. Ain't no way I jinxed it. And then it came back on. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Pew, and then it went back out again. So the power was flickering on and off, right? And it was some crazy ass shit. It stopped flickering at 10:02. That was the last power outage we had. And then it flicked right back on. And it did not go off for the entire rest of the day, somehow. Even though the winds were only getting stronger from there. And the rain did not even start yet. It wasn't even raining yet. And they already had the power going on and off like that. That was crazy. I thought the power was gonna go out. Okay, so 10:02 was the most recent power outage, right? I thought the power was gonna go out when we walked out of the class at 10:08 to go to second period, that entire school would have been screaming. I was waiting, but it didn't go out. Weirdly, I don't know, because the wind and the rain got the strongest around lunchtime. Bro, at lunchtime I was paranoid. Because another story, right? Um, another story, another little anecdote. I went to lunch, right? This was last semester, so before January, right? Um, it was raining hard as a bitch outside, right? And I had last lunch, and what that means is that you go from lunch straight to the next class. So you bring your book bag. At my school, we don't have lockers. There are lockers, but nobody uses them because you get 5 minutes to get to class, and that is not enough time to run to your locker to grab something and then go to. Like, you would have to go because there's only one set of stair, basically two. There's only like two sets of stairs. Actually, no. There's only one set of stairs that the entire school, mostly the entire school, goes up. One set of stairs, and it's cut in half. It's like this. It's like this. It's shaped like an X, right? This side goes up. This side goes down, and it's like, yeah, this goes down, and then this goes up. So it's just like, so the people look like this moving. They move the opposite way of each other. So obviously, you know, what was I even talking about? I was talking about I was going on a tangent about how like overpopulated the school was. What was I even talking about, man? What was I talking about? I don't even know why it was that important. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna feel stupid watching this video back and be like, oh, I was talking about that the whole time. What was I talking about? Why would I? But yeah, what was I? Well, I was on about the fact that I had last lunch, and obviously I went. That means I went from lunch to. Oh yeah, I talked about, yeah. I went to lunch and I brought my book bag. At my school, there's no book bags because the lockers are mostly upstairs, and you would have to go upstairs. Run okay, you go upstairs, right, in the clunky ass order that it is, and then all the students, all of them, well, 99.9% of them move in. If you're looking at the school from the top, it would be a clockwise. It would be a clockwise. I know, it's counterclockwise for the video probably, but clockwise basically. Like if you move your hand clockwise in front of your face right now, that's how the school moves. If you were looking at it like coming directly from the entrance, it moves clockwise, right? And wait, I think it's counter. Oh, I'm retarded. I'm stupid. I'm a dumbass. It's counterclockwise. So move your hand counterclockwise. I'm sorry, man. It's almost my bedtime and shit. It's almost my bedtime. It's 10:19, man. Like I usually go to sleep at like 10:30, man. I'm sorry. Counterclockwise. Sorry. So it moves counterclockwise, right? And you don't have enough time. But anyway, back to the thing I was talking about. Um yeah, I brought my book bag to lunch because, there's yeah, I got to go straight to my next class. And it was raining that morning, so I have an umbrella. Imagine I didn't. And a fire drill happened while I was at lunch. I felt so bad for all the motherfuckers wearing like new ass Jordans and new Jordans, and cuz like I think a new pair of Jordan 4s came out at the time, or ones, or new pairs of shoes come out all the time. People that were wearing Uggs, because Uggs, like, those are very not for rain and mud. Like, People wearing Ugg talismans, them ugly ass shoes. I'm sorry. If you like them, keep wearing them. I think those are one of the ugliest shoes ever made. I'm good. Who am I to talk? I like wearing Crocs. Anyway, so yeah, those are one of the worst shoes to wear. I feel bad. You go out there, it is like Hurricane Katrina, man. It is. It's Hurricane Katrina, and it's like almost at the level of flooding. I'm probably exaggerating, right? But almost at the level of flooding is Hurricane Katrina, man. You go out there, man. It is a mud city. So much mud. Incredible how much mud there is, man. Ooh. We were out there, thankfully, for like 5 minutes. Usually, when fire drills happen and they're not supposed to, we'd be out there waiting for the fire department to come. So thankfully, we didn't have to wait that long. So yeah, I brought my umbrella and I was fine. And also, we missed the bell, so we sat in lunch for like an extra 10 minutes. I think. Weird. I mean, the whole school had to go through it because not just us, of course, but like imagine I did not have my umbrella. Yeah. Speaking of not having my umbrella, um, on Wednesday, I brought my umbrella because I was paranoid about it happening, and I did not have my umbrella on me because it was raining the hardest at lunchtime. I could literally see through the window across the cafeteria. It was down. It looked like a shower, a hot steaming shower. It's crazy, man. Waiting for my sister to get in the room. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what that happened. That has nothing to do with power outages, but I'm just saying, like, I'm paranoid if I go to lunch or like if I'm in an area in the school and I don't have my umbrella and like it's a good amount of time for a fire drill to happen. Most likely it won't, but what if it does? You gotta be prepared for anything, you know? Here's another power outage in the school, right? That happened. One time, right? My old school, the power was already out. Like, I think it was. Oh no, it went out. It went out. It went out. Okay. So, boom. Walk up in there, go to first period, a few minutes go by, and then boom, the power goes out like at. Damn, I forgot my schedule already. It was way earlier than the one I had here. 7:25 was first period bell. Like you're like if you're not at the school by 7:25, you're late, right? You had to wake up at 6 a.m. Even that was late. Even that was kind of late. My guy, I had like 20 minutes to get ready, but that's a whole nother topic. What else? Got drink. What else? So the power went out, and we sat in first period for I think 5 hours. The backup generators were on, so like you could see like lights in the hallway. But we sat in first period with that bitch of a teacher, man. Let me tell you, like it's incredible. I was in an art class, more like a photography class, because the lady she wasn't an artist. She was more like a media artist, where it's like photography and Adobe and stuff. Terrible. Meanwhile, the homie next door, which if you take art at that school, like you have one teacher for one semester and you have the other teacher for the next semester. And but it's the same name, just different teacher. And one guy, chill, you can be on your phone, cool person, like super straightforward. Like he's like, yeah, put the phones down, let me talk for 10 minutes and then you can do whatever you want. This woman, she would lecture in an art class. What is there to teach? How to Pablo Picasso, Vincent Van Gogh. Like, yeah, I know who they are, but it does not take a whole lecture to get through that. Like the purpose about art classes is to hands on like paint, draw, whatever you need. I don't get all this extra shit, but you had to be stuck in there, and that class had the baddest kid. Respectable crash outs, honestly. This one girl had enough of that woman's shit. She got up and she was cussing her out and stuff. And in high school, right, teachers rarely pick up the phone to call the administration In middle school and elementary school, that phone was getting picked up every single day. And now it's probably worse because I just feel like as we go on, you know, kids will get more exposed to shit online. As someone Gen Z, I know, like, but even back then it wasn't easy. Yeah, it's possible, but it wasn't easy. It still fell a lot into the parents. Now we be having good parents, but they give their kids too much technology and like they introduce them to shit like devious lick. Yeah, teaching my child to go steal stuff. Like, come on now. Anyway, yeah, she had enough of her stuff, cussing her out. Picked up that phone, called administration at least once a week, maybe more than that, for good reason. Like nobody likes her, man. And it's funny because as soon as I went to the other dude's class, the nice guy, the amount of students from his because the students that were in his class and dealt with his niceness had to go to her meanness the next semester. And it was hilarious because some of the bad kids from that class would come back. They'd be like, no, um, I think his name was Mr. Kim. I'm pretty sure. Mr. Kim, help. You're my favorite teacher, though. You're my favorite class. Like, get me away from her and all that other stuff. And, like, begging help from him. It's hilarious. But, like, literally a type A and a type B class next to each other. And the people in them would swap positions. And the ripple effect would be, thank God I got, dealt with her shit first and got it done and out of the way. And 8A and B Day were a thing. I'm so stupid. But yeah. Power went out. I'm trying to talk about power outages and I'm going on tangents about, funny stories in that class, man. I'm such a yapper, man. But yeah. Power went out. We were stuck in that bitch for a while. We didn't even have lunch, I swear. We didn't even have lunch in that bitch. We were literally in there until like 12 p.m. And the day started early. So it was almost like 5 hours, man. I don't even think the power came back on when we went to lunch. Like, the power did not come back on probably until the afternoon. And it was some crazy stuff. It basically shut down the whole day. And I had enough of that woman, man. I pulled out my phone. I was doing whatever. Because ain't no way you're going to have me... You have me messed up thinking about to be in that class for a while and not have access to what I need. Mm-mm. I do not care. Because... One last thing and then I'll leave. When a teacher is nice about, like, respectful about, yeah, put the phones away when I'm talking, for your sake, and, like, they're, like, straightforward and understandable about it, then I'll feel bad if I disobey them and go like that, even check it. I'll feel bad. Like for my first period teacher right now. Honestly, both of them are pretty nice about it, so it's not even that big of a deal. But she's the nicest about it, and yeah, just no phone, and that's it. When a teacher is disrespectful from the jump, right? I won't feel bad if I disrespect you because you're disrespecting me. Like, just like my food nutrition one teacher that I would tell you guys about. Terrible, man. Well, I catch you homies later, and I'll get Things I Hate Part 9 going as well. I'll have that out soon, so stay tuned, and yeah.